You finally get that offer, you pop the champagne, and then the inspection hits or the financing falls apart. Does that sound familiar? 1 in 5 home sellers will experience the deal collapsing on them this year, but it doesn't have to be you. The three biggest reasons that contracts die are financing, inspection surprises, and communication breakdowns. My approach is let's prevent those problems before they start. So, step number one is pre qualifying that buyer. Now, even if I don't have the buyer, a lot of times I will communicate with that buyer's agent when they send me an offer and I will say, hey, I need you to send me their pre approval, their pre qualification. Who's the loan officer? What's the contact information? I want to talk to that lender. I have sold real estate for 13 years, but if you remember, prior to becoming a realtor, I worked as a mortgage loan officer for nearly 10 years and I worked in the title company business. So I have a pretty good idea of whose pre-approvals are actually worth something and whose are not. So if I get a pre-approval from a lender that I've not had the best experience with in the past, I may tell the buyer's agent they need to cross qualify. They need to talk to my loan officer and let me see what they say before we just blindly negotiate on a contract and we're hoping that it goes to closing. Number two is we're going to control the inspection narrative. So I recommend to every seller, hey, let's do a pre-listing home inspection. Let's take care of that before we ever hit the market. And that's something that I cover out of my commission. It's not something I'm going to make the seller pay for, but it gives you control of the story. That way, when the buyer does their home inspection, you're not on pins and needles wondering what it found. We've already found out through our home inspection what the big issues are, what you were willing to fix, and what you're like, yeah, that's just how they're going to have to take the house. Step number 3, communication is everything. Deals don't fall apart because of surprises. They fall apart because of silence. The other party quits communicating with us. So what I try to do is I try to keep everybody informed. I'm going to follow up with the buyer's agents on those deadlines. I'm going to follow up with the buyer's lender. We're going to make sure that our timelines are being met and that we are moving forward to closing. When everybody is in the loop, stress stays out of the deal. So just last month, one of my listings nearly derailed after a buyer discovered an old lien from 25 years ago. We found it pretty early in the process. We got it resolved and we still closed within that 30-day time frame. That's what being proactive looks like. So if you want that kind of calm confidence during your sale, make sure you give me a call or you can visit my website and schedule a time to meet one-on-one.